everybody, if that question is basically asking, will sales reps be replaced by artificial intelligence in the selling process? I don't think that ultimately that we'll just have a web store out and people will just buy off a store, and we don't need sales reps anymore. Particularly in enterprise selling. I mean, you can do it with high volume products, but I don't think you can do it with value products and services. When you're a buyer, if you're a CIO or an executive, and you're buying a tool for $10,000, you probably buy it off a web store. But if you're going to spend something that's going to take millions of dollars of investment to operationalize and ultimately drive transformation in your company, you're going to want to have a conversation about it. You're going to want a series of presentations, justifications, analyses that support that if you do this, if you do X, you're going to get Y, and the confidence level that you're going to get Y is 95%. You're going to want to have that conversation with somebody across the table. So I think that the sales force will need to become more conversant in the value drivers of the companies that they're calling upon. I've been a big advocate of industry selling, meaning that if you're going to sell to a bank, you better have a good understanding of how banks make money, what their business models are, and you can speak in the language of that industry and connect with that executive who's going to spend multi-million dollars on something that you need to be able to talk that language. I think it's going to even get more intense. I think it's not only do you have to know the industry, you have to know the company, because you have to know their culture. You need to know their what their talent pools are like. So yeah, circa 1.0, no banking, but I think as we go forward, it's going to be no banking and no Citicorp, or no banking and no Wells Fargo. And then not only no Wells Fargo, but no Wells Fargo Wealth Management, retail banking, mortgage banking, go down the list. That the more sophisticated the rep, the more sophisticated dialogue and discussion that a rep can have is going to demand that they become smarter about who their end customer is. So I think that's going to be important. And I also think that if you go down that path, the days of a rep covering 20 accounts or 100 accounts, there's just no way you're going to be able to be, have any relevance to an end customer if you just are, you're trying to talk to 20 different customers across the globe or across whatever your territory is. So I think that and if you take that line of thinking around knowing more about that company, all the data that gets created in that type of a sales motion, again, I think the AI components of Aviso hit that squarely in terms of how to get that data into a usable format.